Greetings and welcome back for another Music Theory Bite. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to perform quintuplets, septuplets, and other kind of strange divisions of the beat. So if that sounds like something you'd like to learn more about, then this is the video for you. So you get a new piece of music, you open it up, and you're looking at it, and all of a sudden you see something that you haven't seen before, a quintuplet. How are you going to manage that? Well, if you think about it, quintuplets and septuplets and other divisions of the beat are no different than when you first had to learn how to do duplets or eighth notes or triplets or quadruplets, 16th notes, or sextuplets. The only thing that makes them a little bit more complicated is that we don't have a midpoint in our division that we can use to find our way through the structure of the beat. So for example, when you first learned sextuplets, one of the things you could have done, in fact you might even still think about them this way, is you might think of putting triplets on each half of the beat. So if I start my beat with thumb, 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 there's my beat, then what I can do is I can put a triplet on each half of the beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so divisions of the beat that we can subdivide into other divisions, such as a non-tuplet, first do a triplet, then put a triplet on each of those other triplets. Those aren't so bad to figure out. But when we have prime numbers, 5, 7, 11, 13, then there's no midway point for us to find our way along the tuplet. So what we have to do instead is come up with a different way to do this. Now, when you first learned triplets back a long time ago, you had to do exactly what this process that I'm about to show you is. You had to actually learn to feel what a triplet feels like. And that's the eventual goal here, is you eventually want to get to the point that you just know what a quintuplet feels like, so you can get into a quintuplet and get out of a quintuplet. And a septuplet, the same thing. So the method that I like to use to teach people to do quintuplets, septuplets, and other odd divisions of the beat is to start by feeling the division. That is, I'm just going to create a beat division, and I'm going to then start counting it into the number of pieces that I want. So I'll start with my division. I'm going to change that into the numbers, count the number of divisions that I want to go into the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I've done that, then I'm going to put the beats on all the ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm getting used to the feel of what that quintuplet feels like. So next, what I want to do is I want to be able to get out of that quintuplet and get back into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move from my quintuplet to a duplet, then a quintuplet to a triplet, then a quintuplet to a quadruplet. So I'm taking the beat divisions that I already know how they feel, and I'm interspersing those in between my quintuplet, trying to remember what that quintuplet felt like as I do the other division. So it's going to sound like this. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And most of my quintuplets were pretty good. My second last one was a little bit wonky there, so I'd want to go back and I'd want to fix that. But the general idea is I want to get used to what the feel of a quintuplet is like. And so if you practice that every day for a week or two, then all of a sudden you're going to find that when you have to do a quintuplet, when you have to turn it around and start with a beat and put a quintuplet on that, you're going to have a much better sense of what that quintuplet actually feels like. So you want to change the speed of that division, and so that you're dealing with a bunch of different speeds. So eventually what you want to do then is set up a beat and then go through a bunch of different divisions. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. And eventually you want that quintuplet to feel just as natural as your duplet, your triplet, your quadruplet, and your sextuplet. And it really just takes practice. I can do the same thing with a septuplet. That is, I start out by counting divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can just go through that process. Again, if I do that just a little bit each day, I'm going to find that eventually, pretty soon, I'm going to have a pretty good sense of how to do a quintuplet, a septuplet, get into it, get out of it, and back into other divisions. So I could do a rhythm that goes da 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 da. I did a whole bunch of different divisions there. I had a quintuplet in there. I had a septuplet in there. Kept my beat nice and constant. Now, I don't have a metronome with me right now. I'm pretty good at keeping a steady beat just by snapping. You might want to do this work with a metronome once you get used to what the quintuplet, septuplet feels like. And this process will work just as well with groups of 11, groups of 13, groups of 17. Now, if you're dealing with a number that's not a prime number, you can, of course, first divide your beat into that number, into a division that you then divide into another division. So if I have to do 15 notes in a beat, what I would first do is divide the beat into 5 pieces, a quintuplet, and then put a triplet on each of those quintuplets. I'll save that one for another video, but the idea is prime numbers, get used to the feel of them, just get used to getting into them, getting out of them. Now that I've shown you how to do these things, I also want to show you a few tricks that you want to avoid, a few traps that you want to avoid. I've known lots of people who've taught quintuplets and septuplets by instructing their students to simply divide the beat in half and then put, for an example of a quintuplet, put a duplet on the first half of the beat and a triplet on the second half of the beat. And they would rush the duplet and drag the triplet, and that would even things out. In my mind, what you're really doing is you're not really feeling a quintuplet as a quintuplet. So I really don't like teaching that method, but it would go kind of like this. Da, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And of course, I rush the duplet and drag the triplet. Da, 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 and I end up with a quintuplet that way. I don't like that method because I'm really not feeling the quintuplet for what it is, and I'm always feeling it as something else, and I'm trying to put notes in between where I'm feeling the strong beats. I always think it's better to feel the beats where they actually belong, to feel the divisions of the beat where they actually belong. Another thing that I would caution you against is falling into the trap of going to a much more comfortable rhythmic figure. So for example, I oftentimes with beginning students will hear them doing something like this. Da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which in reality is a sextuplet where I'm just resting on the 6th division. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you need to be very careful that you don't fall into that trap. So once again, make sure that you are starting with the division. Put the beat on top of that division. Make sure that the divisions are nice and even. Work on moving from that division to other divisions, then coming back to the quintuplet or septuplet, and then eventually turn it around where you're starting with the beat and then you're putting the quintuplet or septuplet in on an already established beat. Work with the metronome, that will help out quite a bit, and do a little bit of this several times a day for a couple of weeks, and then pretty soon you're going to find that you just know what a quintuplet or a septuplet feels like, and you'll be able to do all sorts of rhythms with those sorts of rhythmic figures in them. Well, that does it for this video. If you found it helpful, as always, please make sure you like it. Feel free to leave constructive comments below. And to keep up on the latest music theory bites as they become available, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Until next time.